Welcome to Technique Tuesday. I'm Lottie and I'm going to be taking you through the rumba today. So we're going to be looking at a step called the side Yorker ronde. We're going to add 4 elements to it. So we're going to get our timing, we're going to get some technique, we're going to get the footwork, and then we're also going to add that all-important flair. So if you're ready, let's do it. So let's look at our side Yorker ronde. So first of all, let's just learn where we are putting those feet and our timing. So we're going to start with a little side step, quite small, side, replace the weight, take this foot across into what we call a New Yorker, replace the weight onto the back foot with a ronde or a circle of this leg all the way around. We do a little behind, side, front, and then we tap the foot in. When we tap, no weight. So we're going to repeat it on this side. So we do a side, replace, a New York step across. Stepping on the back foot, we do a ronde, we do behind, side, cross, and tap. So let's just do that a few times just to get the feeling. So we have got side, replace, cross, step and circle, 1, 2, 3, and a tap. Repeat it on this side. Side, replace, step across, circle the leg, behind, side, step, and tap. So we're going to put some timing. That's going to really help you sort of sort out where those feet are. So on a rumba, we don't step on count 1, we step on count 2. So on 1, we're not going to be doing anything. So we've got 1, step into the side, 2, replace the weight, 3, bring the foot across for the New York, 4, then we're going to step on the back foot and ronde all in the same count. That's going to go 1, so this time we are stepping on the 1. Then we've got a little syncopation, 2 and 3, and we tap it back in, 4 and 1, we're not moving the feet, but we're going to get a little hip. All right, then we're going to repeat it. So it goes to this side. Remember the foot you've tapped, you use again. So this time we've got 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1. Repeat. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4. Let's do it again. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1. So that's the timing. So let's just talk a little bit now about getting the footwork and the little bit of technique that we want with it, okay? So when we step to the side, it is half a cucaracha. So we're going to step to the side. In the rumba, you really want to try and think about the feet staying connected to the floor. Can be a little bit difficult with trainers, but do the best you can. So we don't want to be picking them up. So as we step to the side, nothing too big, just underneath your own hips. We're going to do a little figure of 8 as we replace the weight. Now this foot, we've gone 2, 3. This leg coming across into the New York. What we want to do is as you step, you want to make sure you've got the weight transferred onto this foot. About 80% and 20% left at the back. The leg is straight. And the really important thing is that your toes are turning away from the midline of the body. So they're turning out. The back foot, as I say, does stay connected. There's a little bit of weight through it. So we don't want to lift it up. You want to keep it down. And we're also thinking about bringing the thighs together. We're going to bring this back knee in to join at the back there. So we're squeezing those thighs together. Okay, so everything here, and we're really pulling up. Now, as I say, we're going to replace the weight onto the back foot, and with the ronde, we're trying to keep the toe connected to the floor as much as you can. I know in trainers it's difficult. You might need to pull it away a little bit, but try and keep it close. You really want to point the toe, and as you take that step and the leg comes round, that's what's going to bring the body back round to the front. Leg comes all the way behind. We're still pointing the toe at this point, and then we're going to do our little back, side, cross in front. So that needs to be really small. And then we finally just going to, as we bring this foot in, we're going to let ourselves sink into the hip. So we're going to soften down into it. And if you bring your ankles together, so instead of just tapping with those legs sort of slightly open, we're going to bring the ankles together, which is going to let that knee come across for a much nicer line. We're sinking into the hip, and then we're just going to get a little circle of the hips. So let's just do that again as we step to the side. It's a small step. We're working this pressure through the feet, straightening the legs, replacing the weight. This foot's going to come through. Remember, we've got weight on that foot, but there's still a little bit at the back. Thighs checking in, toes turning out, body reaching up tall. As we step into the ronde, you put the weight, the leg comes around with a pointed toe so that we can face the front. We put it behind, we step side, cross in front small, and then as we bring that foot in together, we're going to sink into the hip and let those ankles kiss. Okay, so we're going to do that one more time each side with the timing, and then we're going to put some flair and add some arms. If we're ready, we go. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1. Lovely. So if you are still working on the feet and you want to keep the hands there, you can. But if you want a bit of flair, we're going to add that with the arms. So we're going to have a little movement. I call it comb the hair. You are literally combing your hair. You bring that down, and note how I'm bringing my elbow in here, and then it's just going to come down the body. So we comb the hair. Elbow comes in as it comes down the body. The reason we want to bring that elbow in is if you did imagine we were dancing with a partner, if you left it out, you're going to whack him in the face at some point, or her, depending who your partner is. So let's put the arms properly, okay? So reach into the side. When we first do the half cucaracha, we're going to take a little reach. Now remember that you lead from the elbow. There's a little bit of movement in the rib. We lead with the elbow, and it goes out through the wrist and then goes right out to the fingertips. So that's going to go out here. That's 2. As we bring the foot across for our New York, we're going to bring this arm across, and we're going to open this one out. Okay, so it's going to come across. As we step, we open it out to really lift that chest beautifully. Nice movement through the arm, again, elbow, wrist, fingers. Then as we step into the ronde, this is where we're going to do the brush the hair. So we're going to bring it round, we're going to bring the elbow down, and then as we do the hip, we've just got a natural movement through those shoulders as the hips move. Then we're going to repeat it. So remember, we're going to give myself some space. Step to the side, working through from elbow, wrist to finger. Replace the weight. This arm comes across as this one is going to open out. As we do the ronde, we circle. Remember to bring that elbow down and bring it in, little shoulder as we do a hip. So that's going to add a little bit of flair. So if you'd like to do the whole routine, you can head on over and take a look at the full dance. Hope you've enjoyed learning with me.